What a game. What did I say? Man, think about how far the Seahawks have come. This is still the same season where everybody called me all kinds of names for even suggesting that the Seattle Seahawks would be good and comparing them to that team back in the day that I covered with the Atlanta Falcons in the second year of Dan Quinn where they reached the Super Bowl. I saw that type of potential in the Seattle Seahawks. Now listen, they have not reached the Super Bowl or anything like that, but that's beyond the point. People were coming to me talking about, oh, Murf, you don't know anything about football because ESPN and this publication said that the Seahawks hadn't done anything to get better this year. You remember that? Yeah, I do remember that, right? And you know your boy keeps receipts too. So, you know what I'm saying? Think about that. And remember this, they were like, Murf, what are you talking about? They have Sam Darnold. He's trash dookie. He's sanitation. He can't possibly be somebody who could pilot the Seahawks over teams like the 49ers. Or they still have to do that, right? There's still that left, right? They're going to be involved in the two biggest games of the year with that 49ers game if everything holds true to form for San Francisco, right? But definitely couldn't pilot them past Sean McVay's Los Angeles Rams, right? Man. Funny how shit works out, right? So who's vindicated, right? Besides your boy right here, you know what I'm saying? Beyond me, right? Take me out of the equation, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Your boy Sam Darnold, Yosemite Sam, playing exactly like how he needs to be playing, right? Sans the turnovers and all that, right? But no, being one of these guys that when you want and need and have to have it, he's able to deliver. Because the guy has ice water in his veins. Just think about Yosemite Sam. That's why I would call him Yosemite Sam, because he's a gun. He's just not scared. If you're not scared and you can take the backlash, you can be something special in life, period, right? But especially in sports. So hats off to Sam Darnold, right? Even going through adversity in this game, he made a couple of boneheaded throws. Of course, predetermining where he wanted. We can look at a couple. We're going to do a proper film study a little bit later on, right? I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys get it up because there's a whole bunch of haters that were coming up on Top Billin channel talking all kinds of crazy noise, right? We had nerds and virgins and all kinds of Carlton Banks type cats and shit talking about some, oh, I know you just want some views and all this. I'm like, what? Bro, I put in the man hours with this damn team, right? Who's your boy, right? You people talk about dumb shit like that. Who's the boy talking about the third lineman, a third guard, right guard, left? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You put in the man hours and you just really learn a team and you can sit back and be unbiased, right? It's not my team, right? That's why I work well with this shit because I'm able to just be a professional analyst. Those boys that them dope ass uniforms. Oh, yeah, give us credit. What was that, right? I turned on the game, I was confused. I was like, is this Oregon? I was like, I don't want to watch the bowl game with Oregon and shit like that. Them uniforms was gangster. I like them shits right there. Them Jones was hot. But them boys on that sideline playing for Coach Macdonald, who I told everybody about, right? Covering him in Baltimore and doing shit on it before most of y'all even knew he existed. That's the guy right there. That's the guy. He's a perfect coach. He's the Sean McVay of defense. He's one of these guys. You go out and you get Kyle Shanahan's and you get everybody wants those type of guys. They went and got that on the defensive side of the ball. Coach Macdonald is that bull. I'm here to tell you that right now. And you can see him being able to tailor different things, right? And this wasn't even the best day for the defense. Actually, it was a really bad day for the defense if you really think about it, right? Through the ground, on the air, a lot of people were exposed. People trying to tell me Devin Witherspoon can cover. He can't cover one-on-one. You can't have somebody like that. That's the thing to me right there. They still need that guy, right? You see Josh Jobe getting destroyed by Puka Nacua, but so is Devin Witherspoon, right? He's top 5 pick. Go get that guy, right? We're going to put you on him. Go erase that guy. Go compete with that guy right there. You can't be having somebody piling up 200 and something yards and you have a top 5 cornerback on the team, but we can get that to another time, right? Because this team's the number 1 seed right now in the freaking NFC. Right now, all roads would go through Seattle. Who wants to go and play in that crazy-ass place? Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? Matter of fact, let's get to a couple of these joints right here. This shit was bananas. Yo, villains! If you're anything like me and you're always pressed for time, yet you want to maintain a healthy fitness lifestyle, you know that meal prep is your number one ally. That's why I'm proud to introduce you to Factor. Factor is a weekly meal prep service that focuses on flavor first. Ready in just 2 minutes? You know I had to hop on that joint right there. I was extremely excited when the FedEx drone dropped off the product because I know that these meals are fresh, never frozen. And they have endless plans you can tailor to your needs. They have the vegan and veggie. They have the keto, calorie smart. And the joint that I hopped on was the protein plus. Because you know I'm trying to build muscle and maintain muscle while doing a ton of cardio. Some of the meals I'm gonna get in the future include salmon burgers and bison sausage. I opted for more poultry and seafood this go round, so some of the meals I couldn't wait for was the Alabama style white barbecue chicken and the smoked Gouda macaroni and shredded beef. So head on over to factor75.com or click the link below and use code TOPBILLINFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for an entire year. I had to go with that smoked Gouda macaroni and shredded beef with Parmesan buttered green beans, 40 grams of carbs. That's going to fuel my cardio today. Remember, promo code TOPBILLINFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. And don't just take my word for it. Your boy is all in. Let's go. Bro. For real, it was 30-14 in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left when Sam Darnold threw this interception. Now, keep in mind, right, the look he got probably was what he wanted, right? You can see them with 6 on the line of scrimmage here. Everyone's flattened out. Really nobody on the second level here. And you can see eyes on the prize, meaning, of course, man coverage there, right? Man coverage. You think if you're running this combination right here, this particular route combination, you're going to have a flat route by your boy Cooper Kupp, and then you have a slant, right? So a slant flat combination over here to the boundary. Should be easy pickings, right? And you know where he's going to go with this. Automatic, right? Auto magic, Jackson Smith and Jigba, mine Jigba, you're going to go here. But what he's not anticipating is for them, the edge player, to take away this particular, right, in breaking route as well, because they was kind of running the same thing on the other side. And then, of course, an interior lineman right here who was having the game of his freaking life, man. What a player that boy is right there. And then you get this right here on the pull, staring it down, Jacob. Not to mention, right, he had pressure right in his face and everything. Josh Jones didn't do well on this one, right? They folded inside in, right? He's going to help on, I don't even know why you would help right there first. And then allow for them, I guess if you think that could be immediate pressure, but you would think that Gray's able to be able to slide inside and get that right there. Immediate pressure on Sam. He just has to go ahead and cock and fire. And then, bang, your boy right. That shit was like, what? Think about this. This wasn't even... Seattle has another level that it can actually reach. And it still won. It still holds the cards to the NFC as the number 1 seed. This team is amazing, bro. It's amazing. That is an amazing turnaround. It's amazing by John Schneider. Amazing coaching job by Mike Macdonald, who calls his own plays and does all that shit that you see with those hot shot offensive guys. He's doing the same type of shit right there, and these guys still have another level to go. This was a very, unclean game from the Seattle Seahawks on both sides of the ball, and they still won. Look at this shit right here. It was a wrap, right? You would think it would be a wrap like that, but not from a Mike Macdonald team, the type of resolve that he's going to have. You come back with this joint. Defense does its thing, forces a punt, and then you get one of the greatest acquisitions you can think of right now because you needed that explosive player on the roster. That would be Rasheed Shaheed on a punt return, and look how easy it makes it look. The shit's when you start on one side and get vert on the other side, you know it's a wrap. Remember, patreon.com/topbillin for full unedited videos and content that you won't see on YouTube, right? Dealing with these after game reviews, they'll get chopped up, right? For people who never act like they never heard me say this before, these shits will get chopped up, content ID claiming I have to erase sections of it. That's what it is right there. You'll find the full unedited videos on patreon.com right here. But let's go through this. Rasheed Shaheed catches this joint, right? Split off right in the middle of the field, right between the hashes and everything. And look at everybody on this side. Wow. That's crazy. Everybody on this side, you would have thought he was catching the ball somewhere out here. No, he caught that shit in the middle of the field, man. That was definitely miscalculation. They judged the ball wrong. He immediately is outflanking everyone right here, right? You ain't going to catch no Rasheed Shaheed. There's only 2 players on this side, and they're both being blocked. Look at that. Both being blocked right here. And you talk about somebody with another gear above the guy who you think has another gear. Rasheed Shaheed is that. Look at him. Shot out of a cannon. What are you going to do with this? A hell of a return right there. Great instincts, and then able to show off that speed and make it look easy. Right then and there, though, I was like, ooh. On a proper film study, I definitely want to come back and talk about the defense. But this is probably be the only defensive miss. That crazy shit that they be doing, right? Trying to no-look hook shot shit and all this right there. And look at this dude. He's in FEMA mode, right? He's damn near pulling the ripcord. Leonard Williams split the difference on him, something serious. And then, boom, that's what you needed, man. Force another one of them Jones, right? You know who else is vindicated? And to a certain degree, right, who's damn good anyway, Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak was in his bag. You talking about converting 3 2-point conversions in one game. 1 to win the game. Give Clint Kubiak his credit. And for shit like this, your boy Rasheed Shaheed, who he brought in from his New Orleans Saints, that he did good shit with, right? Understanding that guy, understanding the personnel in this roster and what he needed and all that. This is some good shit right here, right? You run that reverse. Running that reverse, but I like what you do right here with Sauber, right? Get this coming this way right here. I can grab that right there. Sauber comes like he's going to go in ghost motion right here, and he comes back out the lead, right? Reverses pivot right there. So you get a nice, good conglomerate of people out there blocking, including Cooper Kupp. We know who can block very well. Tough game. Even Abe Lucas and everybody right there. The Rams defense is nasty up front, no doubt about that. But look at Rasheed Shaheed, man. Look at that bull run, man. Man, give Clint Kubiak the game ball. Him and Sam Darnold, they need to split that joint, cut it up in half, get them both the game ball. What was this, right? You got a diagonal route here by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Cooper Kupp get inverted here. But what was this route right here by A.J. Barner? This shit was cold. First, it looked like he was going to be running a corner route. Then it looked like it was going to be a Poco, right? A post corner. Then it went converted back to the corner. Had the safety twerking and planking and popping. What was going on right here? Ball in the belly of the beast, play action, sprint out, roll out, across your body, and Jakob. Oh my goodness. What was that? That shit was cold. You got Sauber in the game blocking, so everybody's doing a good job of blocking right here. And you still sprinted that bad boy out. Sprinting him out after the play action here, throwing off his back foot. But look what happens to the safety. This route was so damn cold. Bang, made him touch earth, right? He just dropped down and was like, you know what, man, let me go ahead and exotic dance right now. It's going to be a touchdown. I may as well get my money's worth while I exotic dance. What are we doing? Jakob. Who thinks of some shit like that, man? Clint Kubiak. Damn. Was done. Absolutely done. Touch it. Go ahead, touch it. Bang, touched earth. Look at it. You can see the little blue hand right there. The little blue hand made him touch earth. Oh, man, what are we doing here? And those are probably one of the loneliest catches, waiting for some shit like that. And it was high. He had to go and get it still. Because Sam throwing off his back foot went up and got that shit right. Oh, my God. It's crazy. But the route itself, man, I would love for them to explain what route this is, right? Corner or post? Back to the corner? And you could tell Smith and Jigba was just running that off right there, right? You're gonna bracket him, double team him for real. I got him, coach. Coach, I got him, coach. He's mine. Uh-oh, I don't got him, coach. Let me touch earth and plank and twerk. And Barner going nasty. After them scoring their 37th point. So you know we have a lot of shit to get to on defense there. The offense was up to the task. Once again here, Rasheed Shaheed, I can tell I'm tired, bro. It's after 1 o'clock. I'm super tired. I can't even front. I'm going to make some middle mistakes. Don't hold it against me. But you're going to have what amounts to pretty much a dig, the back of the end zone in a slant, right? So you get kind of a levels concept on that. I think you got Cup here running corner route there. Sauber coming in blocking there. But, man, good job of the offensive line of holding up for sure. Once again, play action. How much play action? I love it. Sliding in the pocket and jock him. Sam, Yosemite Sam Darnold doing the damn thing. Ball in the belly of the beast. Good, able to. What's going on here with Zabel right here, man? Listen, they were Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, all these guys they have right there. Damn, Zabel had to touch earth off Verse right here. But look at the pocket, right? You get that half moon effect there. He's able to step into it. Of course, Jackson Smith the Jig was going to beat you 9.9 times out of 10. And he let him right here. Easy. Able to get both feet in, tap that John. But, man, the 2-point conversion. So, on the identifier, what do you see? The cornerback Forbes is across from Zach Charbonnet out here. So, when you motion him there, just the fact that he's out there is letting you know that they're going to be in zone. All right, you motion that right there. You're going to have Sauber here on a block and release, and he has to sell that bad boy to the last minute. To the last minute, because you just want him to be able to do that, clear enough space right there to get really shallow and probably dive into it. But they did it so well, he was able to get his foot in the end zone and get that bad boy there with all kinds of window dressing going here. They were going to Sauber the entire way, right? This is just showing you his zone right here. You see Sam Darnold, right? I'm just going to go ahead and run that bad boy for you, you know what I'm saying? So you can see it from this angle right here. Watch this. Looking at it. 1, 2, 3, and then jock him. Look, he had to really go through his progressions or pretend like he's going through his progressions because these guys have eyes on him. He just needs to occupy it. 1, 2, Abe Lucas holds up right here. This could have been a disaster had that pass rush not held up. Went from his first read to his secondary read to his tertiary read, and then Sauber with the block and release. Everybody leaves him. Absolutely perfect call to put yourself in first place over the Los Angeles Rams with the chance. Was it Carolina and then the San Francisco game at the end? Oh, my God. Wallahi, baby. Look at this. People, please need to apologize to Sam Darnold. Stop saying that people can't do something because they maybe not have had the experience and enough time to show you that they can do something. The guy can play some football, man, right? He's got some hurdles he has to get over, whatever like that, but he has all the talent in the world. He can throw off platform. He can throw in the pocket. He can throw rhythm and timing. He has a really good arm, really good accuracy and all that shit like that. Don't worry about Sam Darnold. Just make sure everything is good around him. And the Seattle Seahawks are really just scratching the surface. Man, if you're going to be real about the situation, they're just scratching the surface. They're only going to get better and improve. So with that being said right there, man, don't put the cart before the horse. I know how Seattle Seahawks fans like to get. They always want to talk. Listen, I want to say this 15 million times, and this is going to keep it. You don't have to like it, but you have to respect it. I don't want to talk to any Seattle Seahawks fans about Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sorry. Never, no, and unless they're playing each other that week, that's when we can have that conversation. Other than that, I don't want you on my comment section of the Eagles content trying to relate it back to Seattle. I just don't want to talk to y'all about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm here to do business. I'm here to analyze your team professionally. I'm not a fan, so I don't want to talk to you about shit that I'm doing somewhere else. I want to talk to my Eagles fans about Eagles content and only to those people about Eagles content. So respect that shit there. Cross that bridge when it comes, right? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, enjoy yourselves. Your team is looking fantastic. Like I said before, why are they not the Super Bowl faves? Why is nobody giving this team the respect that it deserves? The Seattle Seahawks going out there and taking the respect, earning that shit, taking that shit, just like you like to see it, right? So we'll come back. Look at that defense, though, man. Some shit there to really clean up. But other than that, man, big love to everybody out there. Patreon.com/TopBillin, your source for full unedited videos and shit you won't see on YouTube. Big salute to all my villains out there, all my day ones, right? When y'all people pulled me over from that Atlanta Falcons content, the team definitely wasn't on top like it is right now. So 5 years later, boom, there you have it. Back at it like a crack addict. All right. Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.